Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Illusion Fox Gaming. Today we're going to be doing the Final Fantasy XIV quest, Fear the Thesis. Talaka Tia could use a helping hand with his research. Could it be? Yes, you must be the gleaner I've heard so much about. Let me get straight to the point. Oh, but where are my manners? Allow me to introduce myself first. My name is Talaka Tia, and I'm an associate professor in the Faculty of Aetherology here. To tell the truth, I'm in a bit of a bind. I'm scheduled to make a major presentation at a conference in the near future, but as ashamed as I am to admit it, I've not been able to get enough data to properly finish my thesis. If I'm able to prove the worth of my research, then my funding is all but certainly to dry up. As you can see, the stakes are high. You have a look of a adept angler about you, am I right? So, you could be just the person I need. This section here is one I've rented out for my work. Might I interest you in taking a look? Impressive, isn't it? I bet you've never laid eyes on such a fine fish tank before. Sadly, as you can see, it's entirely devoid of fish. Anyhow, I suppose I should tell you about my work. You see, I research water veins. Not just any old ones, mind you, but those that carry aether, not unlike the life stream, or the etheric currents in the wind. Life is naturally drawn to areas abundant in ether, so you might observe that popular fishing spots are often also ether-rich. My research focuses in particular on veins which carry especially high concentrations of ether, currently commonly known as spectral currents. Are you perchance familiar with the phenomenon? Yeah, I've heard of it. Oh, I'd expect nothing less than a veteran gleaner, I must say. It's always nice to meet someone familiar with the subject of my life's work. You know, the most important point is to remember is just how important ether currents are for aquatic life. Look at it the other way, it is possible to identify how strong the local ether currents are by studying the fish and other aquatic life in any given area. That's where we come first circle. I require specimens of fish from various bodies of water to confirm my hypothesis regarding underwater ether currents. And there's the rub. The areas most worth researching also happen to be the hardest to reach. Of course, I would not be averse to risking the journey myself if only were not for my condition. Ah, yes, I suppose I should explain. But simply, I have long suffered from a particularly nasty case of ether sickness. Why I can't use the Ethernet or any sort of teleportation magic is quite annoying when your work partially depends on such things, to say the least. I know. An etherologist who can't summon ether. I believe it were I not living this nightmare myself. As you're skeptical, I have an idea. Follow me to the Aetherite Plaza and I'll show you just how bad I've got. Ah, there you are. Alright, watch closely now. Ugh. You see, I'm feeling so uneasy. It's all I can do to hold my contents of my stomach. The whole world is spinning. Someone make it stop. What is this? Forgive me. Well, there you have it. My condition has manifested itself all over the ground for you. I see. Tulaka, are you quite all right? Professor Nelle. I see your condition's as bad as ever. One would think you'd avoid a place like this. And you, are you perchance assisting Tulaka with his research? Boy may suffer from terrible ether sickness, but as a scholar, he has as much potential as anyone I've ever seen. Develop an knowledge for these things when you've been in academia for as long as I have. I must be on my way. I very much look forward to reading your finished thesis, Tulaka. Did I mention I don't handle pressure particularly well? I've barely written the introduction to my paper, and Professor Nelly is already selling it up to his peers. How can I possibly live up to his expectations? Instantly, Professor Nelly is one of the leading authorities in the world of etherology. Some would even say he's the equal of Master Matoya. For some reason, he seems to have taken a liking to me. He's the one who pushed for the school to allow me to form my own research team. As the first and trial phase of the program to support young scholars, otherwise a humble associate professor such as myself would never be able to conduct such an ambitious project. Yet I run the risk of losing everything if I don't turn my potential into actual results at the conference. Not only would my own research team be disbanded, but there's a high likelihood that Professor Nelly's program would be terminated, meaning that no other young scholar would ever again receive the opportunity I did. The very future of the studio was at stake. Part of me wishes could just drink my worries away. Sadly, I handle alcohol about as well as I handle ether. I may not be good at dealing with the ether pressure, but one thing is certain. For Professor Nelly's sake, I must not fail. I cannot. And so I beg of you, please, pray help me. There is no one else to whom I can turn. Thank you, thank you. You are a shining beacon of hope for all young scholars here in Charlian. Now let us head back to the researchers' meet so we can get back to the task. I shall meet you back at my office. We'll teleport over there this time. Sorry for the silences there. I got distracted by some things and that had to be taken care of in the middle of this. Unfortunately. I just compiling a list of fish that I'll be needing for my research. Let me know when you're ready to get fishing. I'll fill you on exactly what I would ask you to do. So that was the quest for the thesis. Thank you for joining us here today for this little video here on YouTube. Hopefully we'll see you again either for another video here on YouTube or maybe one of our mini streams over on Twitch. It's the same channel name. Till then though, I wish all of you a wonderful wonderful rest of your day.